what I've been doing for about the last 9 years is trying to shatter this left-right division, because we, the American people, have been artificially divided by the powers that be, the global elite, the global robber barons, if you will. They have artificially divided us into liberal and conservative. They've taken their one party and divided it into two parts and split up the hot-button issues. You know, you guys be for abortion, you guys be for against it, you guys be for gun control, you be against it, you be for school prayer, you be against it. The thing that makes all of those issues in common, besides the fact that the federal government probably has no business mucking around with them in the first place, is that the global elite could care less how it comes out. Those issues do not affect their bottom line. So they really don't care. They don't care which party wins in general. Ever since John F. Kennedy, every nominee of both the Republican and Democratic parties has been a member of the Trilateral Commission and handpicked by them for the nomination of their party. JFK was the last nominee of either party not to be a member of the Trilateral Commission. Of course, we know what happened to him. We have to end this artificial division. We have to bring the American people together, left and right, and we've been very successful in that in the last few years. Many of the events on my speaking tour each year are co-sponsored by the Green Party and the Libertarian Party. They're co-sponsored by the Ron Paul meetups and the Dennis Kucinich meetups. I mean, this is really coming together, and it's working. And these people are recognizing that they have common interest, that both the left and the right have been alienated and mistreated by our government and the powers that be. Thomas Jefferson, he warned us about the power of corporations. And Teddy Roosevelt did it, and on, right through Dwight David Eisenhower, who warned us about the military-industrial complex, which is essentially the same thing. Now, the whole problem got a lot worse in the 19th century when the railroads somehow got a Supreme Court justice to talk about corporate personhood. And the myth of corporate personhood has gone on to this day and has been parlayed by the corporations into a First Amendment free speech right to spend as much money as they want buying up politicians and buying up votes with their corporate-controlled media. Now, the next real big acceleration of this fascist trend happened under Reagan, when they got rid of the FCC ban on ownership of multiple media outlets and allowed these media conglomerates to get a monopoly. Until now, we've got almost every major media outlet being controlled by 6 multinational corporations with interlocking boards of directors, all of which are in bed with the weapons manufacturers, the oil companies, and all the others who are running things. Because of that, they collude every 4 years to work with the trilateralists and Bilderbergers and Council on Foreign Relations to make sure that their hand-picked nominees get the nomination of the Republican and Democratic parties. And once they can do that, then they don't care who wins the general election. They know one of their guys is going to get it. It's a choice between Tweedledee and Tweedledum, in some cases Tweedledum and Tweedledummer. And then Congress, of course, who the Constitution really gives the power to. Congress has been bought and paid for by the K Street lobbyists, the corporate lobbyists, to the point where almost all the members of Congress, with the exception of people like Ron Paul and Dennis Kucinich and a few others, almost all of them are bought and paid for and have abdicated their responsibility to Dick Cheney's invention of the unitary executive, in other words, the imperial presidency. And since they have their guy under their thumb in the presidency, and the Congress becomes immaterial. And so what you have is our government under direct control of the corporations. We have energy policy being made by Enron. We have agricultural policy being made by Archer Daniels Midland and Monsanto. Defense policy being made by the weapons manufacturers. It goes on and on. Almost every regulatory agency in the government is headed by an executive of the corporations that they're supposed to regulate. So we have complete corporate control of government at the highest levels. And that's exactly what Benito Mussolini defined as fascism. You know, there are people out there who know that the Bush administration's official conspiracy theory on 9/11 was total hogwash, but they say, well, that's ancient history and, you know, who cares? They have to understand that even President Obama is out there expanding the war in Afghanistan, putting the war into Pakistan, and blaming it on 9/11. The architecture of the New World Order is, of course, the Council of Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderbergers, the guys that came out of the old Cecil Rhodes organization. But then there's the operating arm, really, is the World Trade Organization, the IMF, and the World Bank. And, of course, since it's under their thumb, the U.S. government and their enforcers are the U.S. military. I'm encouraged by the Oath Keepers. This is an organization that I've joined, and many, many in the military and law enforcement have joined. And it recognizes the fact that our oath of office in the military, in politics, in law enforcement, says that we will protect and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I mean, we don't promise to obey a president or a commander. We promise to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, which, by the way, includes a renegade president. Those in and around our government are the terrorists. And, you know, there are a lot of people out there, a lot of my buddies, retired military officers, who know a lot of the truth, but they're intimidated because they want to be patriotic, so they support the government. Baloney! Supporting the government is not what's patriotic. It's doing what's right. It's following the Constitution, honoring the truth, serving the people. Our government does not do that. We are the ones that are doing that. We are the patriots. They are the terrorists. The First Amendment is designed to protect we the people, the dissenters. That's what it's about. It's not designed to protect the people who are defending government actions. It's designed to protect those of us who are criticizing the government. We've got to insist, all of us, that we are the patriots. They are the terrorists. We are the ones that the First Amendment was written to protect.